Hello and welcome back to another video. This is a review of my lamp that I use. People have been asking me which lamp I use, and this one I really recommend. I love it, so I wanted to do a review on it and show everybody. I've seen a lot of other people use this lamp and I understand why now. It's so much easier. I used to have an old lamp, a 36 watt Brisa lamp. I think it was Creative Nail who made that lamp, and it was good. It's lasted me about 10 years to be honest, and I've never changed the bulbs, so I can't complain about that. Just the speed of curing. I mean, it used to take about 4 minutes just to cure one coat of builder gel, whereas the other one, it's a lot quicker, 2 minutes tops, and that's when you've got a really thick colour builder gel on, which obviously takes longer than the clear, but I'll show you that a bit later on. So for specifications of my sun lamp, it's a Sun 5 UV/LED lamp. It's got 24 LED lamps in it. You can actually take the bottom of the lamp off. So if you're doing feet or something like that, it's really good because you can just push them under and you can lift the lamp up and over whatever surface you're working on. So that's really good. You don't have to actually fit your whole hand into a sealed unit, so I find that really easy. My hands are quite small, but if you've got bigger hands, then you know it's really easy to use. You can just take the bottom off it, makes it easier. And the good thing about having the lights all around it, they're kind of in a dome shape, like an arch shape. So if you put your hands in there, with my old lamp I used to put my hands in and sometimes the side of my nails wouldn't get cured. They would just carry on self-leveling and I'd get big lumps on the sides where the nails hadn't cured properly, but I don't have that with this lamp. It's also got different settings on the top of it. It's got buttons for 10 seconds, so you just press that and it'll come on for 10 seconds and switch itself off. It's got another one for 30 seconds, so if you're doing gel polish, it just needs 30 seconds, so you just press that. It's got one for 60 seconds as well, so if you want to cure for a bit longer or you're using builder gels, that's good. And it's also got a 99-second timer on it, and that's a special function that stops you getting heat spikes. Now with my old lamp I used to hate it because when I was doing my nails, I'm not a professional, so I would put the coats on a bit too thick sometimes, and the pain was unbelievable when you used to put it in the lamp. It was horrible. Since getting this lamp I've not had to use the 99-second one. The timer on it, that's specially for if you get heat spikes and things like that. I've not had to use it. I haven't had any heat spikes at all, so I don't know whether that's the type of gel I'm using, but if I did get one I would switch over to the 99-second timer because that gradually builds up the heat so that you don't get any heat spikes, which I think is brilliant. Another feature that this lamp's got, which is really handy, is that you can just put your hand in and the timer will automatically start. So it'll count up instead of down. So you can just put it in and then you don't have to fiddle about with the buttons, which is really good. So if you've got gel on both your hands, you don't want to be messing with the buttons, you don't want to mess your gel up while you're trying to put your hands in. So I find that really good as well. So as well as pressing the buttons for the time that you want the lamp to be on, like 10 seconds or 30 seconds, the 99-second one is on the left, and if you press that while any timer is running, it will reset your timer back to 0. So I'm just going to give you a demonstration now of some pop sticks. I'm going to do some gel polish and I'm going to do some builder gel. So the first gel polish I'm using is just a normal colour. It's CCO, a lilac one. So that should just have a 30-second cure. So we'll put it in and see if it is cured after the 30 seconds. I'm also going to do a clear builder gel and I'm going to do a coloured builder gel and see how long it actually takes to cure them. They all say on them, the builder gels, that you need 2 minutes. But we'll see if it actually does take 2 minutes or longer. You'll notice that when I'm putting the pop stick into the lamp, I've actually taken the bottom off the lamp and I'm just using a piece of paper to put my pop stick on, and that's just because with my previous lamp I really damaged the bottom of it because I kept getting bits of gel polish all over it, and obviously then it was cured and I couldn't get it off, so I really don't want to do that with this lamp, so that's why I'm just using the paper instead. So that lilac has had its 30 seconds now. Let's just give it a feel. Obviously it's got a dispersion layer on it, so it's a bit sticky, but I'm just pressing it with my nail and it feels cured. So I'm just going to put a second coat on now. This gel polish is quite opaque, so it doesn't need a second coat, but I'm just doing it just to show you, just for a demonstration, to see if it does cure quickly, because sometimes it'll cure one coat, some of the lamps, and then when you put a second coat on, it's not completely cured it. So I'll put that in again for 30 seconds. And as you can see, as soon as I put the paper under there, it starts counting up. So that's had its second lot of 30 seconds now, and I'm just tapping it and pressing it, and it's definitely cured. It's cured all the way through. So no worries with that one. So next I'm going to cure a glitter colour gel. I find that these do take a bit longer to cure, mainly because they're quite thick, because they've got a lot of glitter inside the gel. So I'm just going to apply this one and then put it in for 30 seconds and see if it is actually cured all the way through. So that's had its 30 seconds now. As you can see, it's a different colour than it was when it went in. It's a heat changing colour gel, this one. It's actually one of my favourites. I love it. It changes from that dark pink to like a white frosted glitter. It's really nice. So I've just been pressing that on, pressing it, and it is definitely cured all the way through, that one as well, so that too only needs 30 seconds. The next one I'm going to test for you in this lamp is this base one cover gel. So it's quite thick. It's a lot thicker than gel polish. It does say on the container that it needs 2 minutes in a UV lamp, so we'll see how long it takes. I'm just going to swatch it onto this pop stick, and I'm going to put it on quite thick, because I think the thicker the better. Obviously when I'm testing it, if I was doing it on my own nails, I wouldn't be doing it this thick. I just want to test and see if after the 2 minutes it's all the way cured. I think I'm going to just cure it for 30 seconds first and see what that does to it. So I've seen other reviewers using these lamps and they've put a lot of builder gel on and it's cured all the way through in 30 seconds. So I'm just going to see, because if it does that, it'll obviously save me and other people a lot of time when they're doing their own nails. So I'm just taking it out of the light now, and it's had 30 seconds. I don't expect it to be cured. So I'm just going to give it a little press. And no, it's still soft, which was as I expected. So I'm going to put it back in for another 30. So it'll have had a minute. Yeah, so after a minute I'll take it out and try it again. So this is after a minute when it's been taken out. I'm just going to press it again. Use a cocktail stick this time. Just give it a press and see if it's cured yet. And I think it's almost cured. It's just there's a bit right at the top where I think it's the thickest. And that's where it's not completely cured all the way through. So I'm going to put it in for another 30 seconds, so it'll have had a minute and a half, and then we'll see if it's cured then. So after a minute and a half I've taken it out and I've just pressed it again with my cocktail stick, and it's just a tiny little bit soft. So I think it does need the full 2 minutes. So next time and any other time I use it, I would recommend doing it for the full 2 minutes. Okay, so we'll come back to that pink builder gel a bit later on. First I'm going to do the clear. It's base one again, and it's thick clear from base one. I've been using this for a while and it is really good for sculpting because it doesn't move anywhere. It does, however, get a lot of air bubbles in it. But I can put it on really thick, and I am going to cure it for the 2 minutes, but I'm going to put it on so thick and see if it's cured all the way through after just those 2 minutes. It should be, because it's a clear gel, and obviously they cure a lot quicker because the light can penetrate right through it. That's the problem with the colour gels, it doesn't penetrate all the way through it, so it takes a lot longer for it to cure. Now I am putting this on really thick. You would never put it on this thick. But I'm just doing it just to show you how good the lamp is. So I'm going to put it on for 60 seconds I think the first time and just see if it's cured. I'm pretty sure it won't be, but I just want to see what happens when I do it just for that 60 seconds. So here you can see exactly how thick I've put it on. Obviously you'd never do that, nobody would. I just want to test this lamp and see how thick you can put it on, and it'll actually cure it. I know I said earlier that I was going to put it on for the full 2 minutes at first, but I'm not. I'm just going to do 60 seconds and then get it up to the 2 minutes. So before we see the results of the clear, I've just gone back to the pink builder gel again. I cured this for 1.5 minutes this time. I re-swatched it because putting it in for 30 seconds each time and then pressing it down, I think I might have upset the balance of the gel or damaged it, so I wanted to do it again fresh. And now I'm just pressing it again, and there's a tiny little bit on the top again where I think it's the thickest that it's not completely cured, so it does definitely need the full 2 minutes. So this is it after an extra 30 seconds and it's definitely completely cured now. So that does need a full 2 minutes, which is what, you know, to be expected, so there's nothing wrong with that. So over to the clear now. I did put it in initially for 60 seconds and gave it a press, and it wasn't cured, which I didn't expect, not with such a thick layer of gel on. There's absolutely loads of it there. So I put it in for another 60, so it's had 2 minutes, and it is completely cured all the way through, even being put on that thick. I mean, you would never do that. You would never put it on that thick on your own nails. Not only are you risking it not being cured, but you probably get quite a big heat spike with that. So here are all my gel swatches that I've put in the lamp, and I think the lamp has done really well. And I would recommend it to everyone. I should note as well that my mum has actually started doing her own gel nails, and I bought this lamp for her as a birthday present, and she loves it as well. She tends to do toes quite a lot, so it's really easy for her doing that. She used to have a small 9-watt bulb that I got for her a few years ago, and she was taking 4 minutes just to cure 1 coat of gel polish. So she was sitting there for hours doing her nails, so she's very grateful to get this lamp. I did buy this lamp and the one for my mum out of my own money, so I haven't been paid to recommend this lamp. But if you look on YouTube at other reviewers using this lamp, they like it as well. I bought this lamp from Amazon and it cost £28.99. Now the one that I bought from Creative Nail cost me over £100, and that was 10 years ago. So it is amazing the price of this lamp and what it can do, because it's LED and UV at the same time. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you are looking to buy a lamp, I would definitely recommend this one. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you in the next one.